Everyone, it is Monique here, and this is nothing new. Nothing that I share is new. Actually, nothing that anyone shares is new. These are all perspectives, and perspectives brought in the voice and the perspective. So, perspective and perspective, and the voice of the person bringing it to you. In this case, moi. I want to start with this. This is part of a quote from Sadhguru, and I love it a lot. And you will know why in a moment. What is here is everywhere. What isn't here is nowhere. What is here is everywhere. What isn't here is nowhere. What you do not feel inside of yourself as a vibration, as a state, you will not see slash experience because you cannot perceive what you are not the vibration of. Then, this is a quote from D.H. Lawrence. Neville quoted him. Oh, dude. Wait. Okay. And it goes a little something like this. Those that go searching for love only make manifest their own lovelessness. And the loveless never find love. Only the loving find love. And they never have to seek for it. D.H. Lawrence. So while this D.H. meant well, he uses seeking and finding, but we know in the meantime that everything exists now. So it's not about seeking and finding, it's about choosing, selecting. Stop existing at the lovelessness frequency and start existing at the loved frequency. Because the distance between you and the experience is vibration. Everything exists right now. Everything is available right now as a state, as a feeling, as a frequency, as a vibration. You don't have to, I'm quoting from Bashar, you don't have to conjure up something out of nothing. Everything already exists. It exists here and now at different vibrations. And that goes in both ways. It goes for positive experiences and negative experiences. And negative experience is only a vibration away. So the choice is always yours. So it's not about seeking and finding, but this was, so if Neville quoted him, it must have been someone that lived a long while ago. And so, well, everything is now. So he's living now at another perspective, and they are using different language in that perspective. So, then I also am going to read to you a quote from Rumi who says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Now you can go on a hike within yourself and try to find all the barriers you've built against it. I think an easier way is stop it. Literally. Just say wrong state and shift to the other state. Now you have to know what the state is, and you also have to be pretty aware and catch yourself before you are too far down the rabbit hole of feeling like a victim. When you catch yourself in time, and the more you know the old state, that is like you're so done with that old state, the easier you can catch it, because every thought that you have comes from the state you are in. You can only think from within the state. And so When you hear yourself thinking a thought and you feel the feeling that belongs to the thought, which is usually not really a happy clappy one, then you can just pivot. You don't fight it. You don't do anything intense. You just say, no, not the state. And you pivot, unbothered. Remember, indifferent. That's seriously all that you need. Well, all you need is love. Okay, let me read from the chapter where that quote of D.H. Lawrence is mentioned. Neville says, man attracts what he is. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let things come to you, not to go after them or think they flee away. Observe your inner talking and remember your aim. Do they match? Does your inner talking match what you would say audibly had you achieved your goal? The individual's inner speech and actions attract the conditions of his life. Through uncritical, so don't judge yourself or get angry or whatever. Well, you could, but not really necessary and it doesn't help you. Through uncritical self observation of your inner talking, you find where you are in the inner world. And where you are in the inner world is what you are in the outer world. So, this is everything you need to know. All the videos you're watching, all the books you're reading, all the new methods you're trying, it all boils down to the same thing. Who are you being? Which state are you in? It's not that hard. We make it hard. Believe me, I've made it really hard. And I've gone through and back because I was just like, but I want it now, and where is it? And it should be here now. And just having a fight with God, not understanding that I'm God. And well, God, all that is more than I am, but I am all that is because I'm a part of all that is. I'm like the drop. All that is the ocean. So the ocean is also in the drop, right? Like the drop is in the ocean. Moral of the story, no judgment. I know, painful and frustrating, but at one point you just have to decide, yo, I'm over this. And then the true work begins. I made a video about the success story, a movement story of my client, and I think it's really epic. Maybe you think it's really epic too. I'll link the video. Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I can put the link in the description because this is not a short, because short you can link and not interesting. So I'm going to stop the story. I want to end, and I will end with what I started with, which is what is here is everywhere. What isn't here is nowhere. What is here is everywhere. What isn't here is nowhere. Everything comes from you. Everything comes from me. The world is you out pictured. Everyone is you pushed out. No blame. Information. You hopefully don't get angry with the mirror when you don't like what you see in the mirror. You leave the mirror and you change your face. Everything is a reflection, like literally everything is a reflection from what you are, your vibration, your viewpoint, your perspective. You can change it. How? By changing who you are. Who are you? What are you thinking? Are you grateful? Are you a Suki? Are you often angry? Are you often complaining? That's where the information is. And I know of some people, and I've been there too. I know of some people that are constantly running around in the same circle and they feel stuck and they don't know where to go and what to do. First of all, you can work with me or with anyone else if you want guidance, if you feel like you can't do it yourself. Because some people, and I've had coaching, I've had lots of coaching. Some people can do it themselves. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's can't. I think everyone can. Some people don't want to do it themselves. Dude, why don't you get someone that can guide you? I mean, what's the big deal? I don't have the money. Well, yeah, I don't even want to go in there. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I said in my last two videos, or maybe one video, that the first session with me is for free. And the sessions afterwards, we can speak about what you're able to afford. There will be a minimum, but I'm not charging $250 per hour, which I see that a lot of coaches do. And yeah. Anyway, you do you, everyone does whatever. So that's what I wanted to say. If you feel like you're running around in a circle and you can't seem to get yourself out of it, you are choosing it over and over again, because everything is changing all the time. And there is a victim state and there's a creator state. So when you're really sick and tired of being sick and tired, my inbox is available to you. So all the details are in the description. I trust that this information was amazingly helpful for you. A fit mind. It creates a beautiful body and an epic life. I'm going to read it one more time because I can. What is here is everywhere, and what isn't here is nowhere. Sending you much love. See you in the next video. Ciao.